Hello to all my dear followers. Welcome to the 16th season of What If Naruto Was Ignored by His Family and Made a Contract with the KITSUNE'S. As always, remember that if you want more seasons, just leave me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. So then, enjoy the fanfic.
34. Old Faces. Time skip a week later. Team 12 rolled in Konoha gates a week after the whole event of the Wolf Village, and needless to say that they were pretty beat after the whole ordeal. The entire team besides Naruto had to boost up on chakra pills just to keep active almost the entire mission, and it was quite frustrating. Yakumo was definitely the most tired though, as she was using her chakra constantly. Whether or as fighting or healing, she never truly took a long break, so she really deserved the MVP award out of the entire group. Sayori stretched her back before yawning as she saw the Hokage faces and smiled. It feels so good to be home after all this time. The group agreed. Same, I don't ever want to leave again. My ass is going to be glued to my bed once we finish this debriefing for the Hokage, Naruto said while they all agreed on that saying. Enko laughed. Well, I can agree in way. There's nothing like good after mission sex that will knock you right on your ass. Am I right, Yakumo-chan? The Kurama clan member blushed heavily as both Naruto and Sayori turned to her in shock. Even Kichiro popped his head out the seal to gaze at her with his own two red eyes. Yakumo? You did the deed? Naruto whispered in a shock voice. You slut. Sayori teases while Kichiro yipped. Who would have thought it would be you to do it first? Whoa, I'm impressed. Wait, was this in my house? Wait, was this on my bed? I've been violated once. Not again, Naruto said, glaring at Kichiro, who kinda looked off to the side like he was avoiding Naruto. Yakumo, though, was as red a tomato. Her deepest secret was out now. How was she supposed to feel? Though she was a bit happy it was her teammates instead of her parents, she'd just kill herself if that was the case. Well, I guess that just means you two are the only ones that's left on the team. So the major question is, when are you two gonna bone? Anko asked, staring right at Naruto and Sayori, who both looked at each other and blushed heavily. Of course, the idea of sex crossed their minds. They're teenagers, horny, lustful teenager who just wants to bust a nut. More in Naruto's case than Sayori, but that didn't mean the Uchiha didn't have these urges too. She does get hot around Naruto when he does certain things she likes. For example, when he combs his hand through his golden locks when he's thinking or a bit stressed, that just makes him seem even more sexy in her eyes, and she does find herself unconsciously get fidgety. The problem was the wrong timing. If left alone, they were sure that they would have done the deed by now, but interruptions just keep happening and it ruins the mood all the time. It was so frustrating for them, but they had to remember that they are shinobi and they could be called at the drop of a hat, so they had to let it go. TT, that's none of your business. Yeah, you fucking pervert. Do you get off on watching teens do it, you weirdo? Sayori and Naruto both laid into their sensei. Do we ask you these things when you and Irika do it? Huh. Sayori said, but Anko shrugged her shoulders. No, but I can tell you right now. Irika may be kind, but he is not gentle. I'll tell you that. He nearly puts my head through the headboard sometimes. But I love it. There's this one move where he grabs my asshole and puts his tongue dash. Whoa. Too much. We never asked for so much. Naruto screamed. Anko was like a motherly type figure to the team. Even if she is crazy, so imagine hearing your mother's sex life. It leaves you pretty scared. Yakumo nearly gagged when she heard that while Sayori was simply about to grab her katana. Naruto, just know, I plan to live a long life, but I'm afraid this is it. I was happy before this very moment. Naruto did the same as he grabbed his sword too. Same, Sayori, same. I could have lived my whole life without knowing Irika was a sex maniac. I could have lived my whole life without knowing that Irika eats ass. He was a teacher, I trusted him and his speeches. Who knew that those clean words of courage were rolling off a dirty shithole licking tongue? Naruto said, seeing Irika in a whole new light. Yakumo saw her teammates pull their blades out and grabbed her kunai. Yay! Team suicide. Anko watched as the three gathered in a circle and raised their blades to their stomachs in annoyance. She ran over there and punched all of them their heads, creating big bruises. Just get in the office, you brats. With that, She was body flickered into the Hokage office with the others following suit after playing around. Once they made it to the office, Minato was sitting on a sofa in the office, sipping a brewski while 3 shadow clones were working on the paperwork. Minato looked like the embodiment of the saying, "Work smarter, not harder." Anko sighed while she cleared her throat. Ahem. The original Minato opened his to see Team 12 standing in the room, and he stood up to greet them. Team 12. Welcome back. He dispelled the clones before going back to his desk with a small smile. Hokage-sama, what was that just now? Yakumo asked. That, Yakumo-san, is called relaxation. Every Kage needs a break every once in a while to deal with the ongoing stress of the job. If we don't, I might just snap and kill everyone in the village due to lack of sleep, fun, and pleasure. Hell, if I couldn't even get this little time off, I was thinking of doing shrooms or just plan a mass murder because the stress is too much. First with the council with their bullshit-ass rules, then with the civilians with their complaining about the littlest things, and I can barely get some shut-eye at home cause Kushina keeps harassing me about you, Naruto. Same with Naruto, and Natsuki crying in the night just keeps me awake. It's all too much. I just want to rip out all my fucking hair and teeth, go on a psychotic meltdown, and just lose it. Anyway, how's your mission? Details. Team 12 looked at Minato like he had on a straitjacket. Because in all actuality, he needed one. How do you just go from having the same psychotic meltdown you fear of having then go all copacetic like? His head wasn't right, clearly. Okay. Well, here's how the mission went. Anko said, making the original Ultimate Psycho go pale in a bit of worry. The Hokage wasn't in the right state of mind currently, so they should all tread lightly. The team began to explain the mission to the Hokage from beginning to end while he sat there and listened intently. Once they were done, Minato turned to Naruto and frowned. So, the boy, are you sure he's gonna be alright? Naruto smiled. Yeah, he'll be just fine. Flashback. It has been 4 days since the village attack and things were finally looking up for Rikoku. Naruto had to rebuild a few of the village's buildings again since it was damaged to hell in the invasion while the whole team helped this time. There wasn't any civilians casualties this time since Team 12 stopped it from happening, though the same couldn't be said for the guard of the village as it took a big hit thanks to the Rouge's all-out assault. They buried and burned the dead, had a major funeral which the team obviously attended to, and memorialized the attack day and moved on. It was later on into the final days where the village had figured out about what to do with the attackers, Tenma and Reisher Kodan, and they chose execution. A lot of good men died in their crazy little stunt, so they had them walk the minefield of death, where they placed the blue explosives powder in wet soil so it would voluntarily explode. Though their last words, at least Reishi's last words, were harsh to Kina. I never loved you. You were weak. Weak when our family needed you to be strong. You're a traitor to your own family, to your clan. See you in hell, Kina. Those words were like a hot knife in the boy's chest, but Naruto put a hand on his shoulder to comfort him. When they took their first couple of steps, they were blown to bits. Kina took it pretty hard, since it meant that he was truly and utterly alone. His entire family was dead now. But Naruto wouldn't let that happen. It was the day after the execution of Tenma and Reisher Kodan, the time for the Konoha shinobi to head back home. Their mission was complete and was a success. Okamikage sent a scroll saying that an alliance proposal with Konoha was being sent back with them as they owed the village. This team a debt that can't fully be paid with money. Naruto, however, was more focused on taking one thing with him, and it wasn't a piece of paper nor currency. On his way to the village gates to leave for good, he made a stop to the Kina's house and Fanfics, which was being closed down. He opened the shop door and shouted, Kina, buddy, it's time to go. Come on, it's gonna take a solid 3 days to get back to Konoha. You're gonna love it. Trust me. The scenery is good. The food is awesome, and in our village, there's living punching bags. They're dumb as rocks and they attack without any trouble, so you can go wild and say it was defense that you broke their kneecaps, he said as he moved upstairs to the actually apartment. My personal favorite punching bag is pink-haired girl who likes to get brave and thinks she can try me but is only reminded of her place when I give her the pimp hand of remembrance. And before you go judging me for hitting girls, she's a shinobi too, so it's not like she can't take it. I do hit because it's for training purposes. Yeah, that. There's always gender equality in Konoha's shinobi program. But no reply was given to him, which made Naruto begin to investigate the simple apartment. He looked all over but didn't find him. Not in the kitchen, nor bathroom, nor bedrooms. That's weird. Where could he have gone? Kichiro jumped out the seal and started to sniff around. That's odd. This is Kina's room and his scent it here. Naruto turned to look at the fox in confusion. Okay, so what's the problem? If he was here last night, his scent would be more recent, more pungent, but it's not. His scent goes back a day at most. He wasn't here last night. You can smell when someone has been here. I told you before. My snout is special, Seo-sensei and Kachan told us so. My snout is one of a kind. Naruto remembered that it did make sense since the fox could even smell what shaker nature you were without even you expelling any chakra. Naruto began to look around the room for any clues before he saw a note pinned behind a door. Kichi, look! The fox stopped sniffing around and turned his eyes to where Naruto was and saw the note. Well, read it. Naruto nodded as he unhooked the note and read out loud for the fox to hear. Dear Naruto-sensei, I'm sorry you had to find out by a note on the wall. A damn coward I am. I couldn't even tell you to your face that I didn't want to go with you to Konoha. I mean, I do, don't get me wrong, it's just my village. They need me. They need my strength to help protect them. That's why I am leaving this note to tell you that I'm leaving the village to go train on my own and protect the village, my village, from the shadows. I couldn't leave with you because you'd have me stay in Konoha where you keep an eye on me, which again, isn't bad but just not something I need currently. If you're wondering how I'm gonna train, I stole a Fuinjutsu? Fuinjutsu. That's the word. I stole the Fuinjutsu book from your pocketbook when you were hugging me earlier, as well as a kunai. I am sorry, sensei. I'll give it back once I'm done. But I want to learn how to be a shinobi for my own sake. Please don't follow me and don't blame yourself. I will be all right. Thank you for all that you've done for me, sensei. From your student, KK. Naruto sighed, but he had a small smile on his face. He had half expected this to happen. Kina would just take off without a word. That would be the ending to this crazy mission. Kichiro, meanwhile, was freaking the hell out. Holy shit, is this kid delusional? Naruto, we have to find him. Nah, no we don't. Come on, we should head out. Anko is probably getting anxious. The longer she waits, the deeper the snake gets in the rectum. Kichiro watched as Naruto calmly walked down the stairs to head out the shop door with the fox loosely following. Are you kidding me? Aren't you worried? He could die out there. Naruto stopped walking as he thought about it. Of course he's worried about Kina, why wouldn't he be? He was a kid, not to mention his very first student. Of course he wanted to rush out and find the brat, but again, he wouldn't do that because worrying about the kid isn't going to keep him safe. He told when the two met the very first time that being a shinobi, especially a lone shinobi, is hard life and it usually wasn't a long life. The only people he knew that were old and shinobi were the third Hokage and Inoki, the third Tsuchikage. Kina knew this and still headed out in his own. The kid had guts to something like that, so part of him knew he was going to be all right. Of course I am. But worrying isn't going to change anything. Babying him won't change anything. He's gone, leave him be. Besides, I know he's going to be fine. Why? Because the kid is just like me. End flashback. Minato sighed. Well, good work, Team 12. Hand me the scroll and be on your way. Make sure to head to the payout desk near the exit to collect your pay. Dismissed. The group exited the office after that, leaving Minato with the scroll. He opened it and read the agreements with the Okamikage. All seemed reasonable. For exchange for their shinobi and missions whenever they need it, Konoha would receive medicine and some of their own form of blue powder. It was too good to pass up. Just as he was about to stamp the approval on the treaty when a shinobi walked. Hokage-sama, sorry for barging in, but we have the recently updated version of the bingo book. Sir? A nameless jonin said. Ah, yes. Bring it to me, Minato said as the man gave him the book. The Hokage decided to skim through it. Nothing really new. Sure, a few names were out of this edition compared to the last one, meaning either they were taken out by a village or that they were just removed off the list, mostly the first one. Minato kept a calm facial expression until he made it to Section M. where Menma's face was there. Name Menma Uzumaki Namikaze. Codename not applicable. Age 16, 13 when deserted. Recognizable traits: black hair with red highlights, 2 whisker marks. Former village: Konoha. Former rank: Genin. Chakra control: low Chunin, currently unknown. Genjutsu: low Genin, currently unknown. Taijutsu: low Chunin, currently unknown. Ninjutsu: high Chunin, currently unknown. Criminal rank: a rank. Status: alliances: Sasuke Uchiha, Kabuto Yakushi, Orochimaru. Wanted for deserting Konoha and running to Orochimaru, the Snake Sannin. Orders: bring to Konoha alive. Bounty: 50 billion yen. Minato remembers having to put Menma's name in the bingo book due to him leaving the village. He did the same for Sasuke as well, considering he was part of the village's noble clan. Though he knew he should have put down dead or alive beside the order section, but they were still children and one of them happened to be his son. I guess I still have a soft spot for you, Menma. Wherever you are, I hope you're safe. Stop this foolishness and come home already, the man thought with a sigh. He continued on the book until he saw a name he didn't remember seeing before. That's when he saw him. Name: Naruto Kitsune. Codenames: Prince of Konoha, Golden Fox of Konoha, Fox Summoner. Age: 14 to 16. Recognizable traits: blonde spiky hair, 3 whisker marks, sea blue eyes. Current village: Konoha. Current rank: Chunin or Jonin. Chakra control: high Jonin. Genjutsu: not applicable. Taijutsu: mid Jonin. Ninjutsu: high Kage. Kenjutsu: high Jonin. Rank: S rank. Status: active. Wanted for not applicable. Orders: warning, flee on sight order unless S rank or higher. Avoid at all cost. Dead or alive to Oto, Iwa, and Kumo. Bounty: 100 trillion yen. Minato literally lost all blood in his body as he read that. Oh God, Naruto, what did you do? Meanwhile, with said blonde was walking down the street until he sneezed. I guess someone must be talking about me, he said with a shrug of his shoulders as he kept walking down the street. The people were greeting him, happy to have the Prince of Konoha back in the village. He calmly walked to his apartment when he heard his name being called. Hey, Naruto-kun, wait up, Sayori shouted as she ran up to him. Hey, Sayori-chan, what's up? Wanna get some lunch? Maybe some ramen? The blonde shrugged his shoulders. It's been a minute since B had the stuff anyway, and this could be one of the few times they were alone together. Might as well consider it a date long overdue. Sure. Let's go, I'll buy. Sayori blushed as she held onto his arm as they walked to the Ichiraku ramen stand. Once they arrived, they entered and sat on the stools before ringing the bell. A few seconds later, a brown-haired girl walked out from the back. Hello. Welcome to Ichiraku, Naruto. Is that you? The Kitsune clan member smiled at her. While ramen wasn't his favorite food and while he never ate it often, the times that he was here was pretty decent enough to make him label the place where to get all his ramen from. Ayam is a sweet person and the old man Tucci is a great man too. Yes, Ayam, it's me. Say, please tell me that they won't be here. Don't worry, the Uzumaki came here earlier before you arrived. I must say 3 hours ago. So you're good. Now, tell me, is this a date? Both Sayori and Naruto blushed before they silently nodded their heads. The ramen girl squealed before she grabbed her notepad. She loved love. Well then, lovebirds, what are we getting? I'll take regular-sized chicken ramen, Sayori ordered. I guess I'll take a spicy beef ramen, please. Oh, can I get some extra beef, please, on a plate? That would be great. Ayam nodded and entered the back to prepare the food. Knowing that extra beef was his, Kikro opened his mouth. I'm on the date, too? Naruto, you didn't even ask me out, but I accept. Oh, cut it out. I'd just rather feed you now so I don't have to hear your mouth later. You cockroach? So, you have some explaining to do. Naruto shook his head in confusion. I do? For what? For what the hell that was during the mission, that's what. That giant transformation you and Kichiro did. What was that? I've never seen anything like that before. Naruto nodded. Oh, that, he said. He completely forgot he did that in front of everyone. I mean, how hard was it to ignore a village-sized chakra fox? That move was me and Kichiro linking our chakra and soul together to form a tailed beast transformation. I call it Karama Chakra mode. Naruto sighed. Actually, scratch that, I call it Kichiro Chakra mode. So annoying. Sayori frowned at him while Naruto raised an eyebrow in confusion. What? I said when I go away, I'll be tons stronger than I originally was. I am now. I don't see what the problem is. Though what you saw that night wasn't even my strongest form as of yet. I didn't even use Sage Chakra, nor would style. Oh, could even imagine if we went with that form. Kichiro, don't even remind me, brother. No, it's not you I'm mad at. It's myself. Naruto looked at her with an even more confused look. What I mean is, I've grown stronger now, yes. I've reached Jonin level thanks to the ridiculous training I went through under Kakashi, Shursui, and Itachi. I know I'm strong. But, seeing you that night, and now you telling me that it wasn't even your strongest form. It just reminds me that I will never be on your level, and if I'm not on your level, I can't stand by you and protect you when you need me to. She put her head down in shame. Naruto clenched his teeth in a bit of annoyance. Don't do that. She looked at him. What? Don't do that. Damn it, Sayori. Who the hell do you think I am? The Uchiha girl jumped back in shock. Why was he so angry? I don't need your protection like I'm some sort of weakling or a danger to myself. I acquired this strength so my comrades didn't have to watch out for me as much, so that I won't be their burden and I can watch their backs as we continue to strive and protect this sorry-ass village. He said, I don't need your protection. I don't want you to stand by me, you idiot. She then began to glare at him, and before she spoke to fire back at him, he finished. That's never what I wanted from you. I never wanted that from none of you guys, but especially not from you. You're not on my level because you never thought the level I'm at currently was even possible. That was a limit on yourself that you put there. You're not on my level because you never strive to be at the level I was aiming for, but you strive to be at the level I was already at. You're not in my level because even with your superior eyes, you don't see your own potential. Sayori looked at him in confusion. I think I know my potential, thanks Dash. No, you don't. When you battle, you taunt about your abilities but not in the way you should. You taunt the way an average Uchiha taunts. Because you're an Uchiha, you won, but that's not it at all. You win your battles because it's not Sayori Uchiha that beat them. It was Sayori Uchiha who won. It was you. Your skills. Your talent and hard work that won your fights. I mean, your Uchiha blood had a tiny role to play in it, but mostly, it's you, Sayori-chan. So believe me when I say that I don't want you to stand by me because I want you to stand with me. Your strength is one of a kind and I need you on my side for sure. I can't really explain it with words, but Sayori, it would be excruciating painful if you weren't with me. Sayori widened her eyes in shock. He valued her that much? Her eyes began to fill with tears before she lunged at him with her lips on his in an instant. She kissed him so strongly as she continued to cry a little. That was the scene that Ayam came back to with their bowls of ramen and plates. Oh! The two separated from each other with big blushes. Ayam placed the food down and eyes Sayori, who was wiping her own eyes. Naruto, did you force this girl to kiss you? Is that why she's crying? You pervert. Naruto went pale. What? No. I'm not Jiraiya. I don't do that sort of thing. Once she put the plate down, Kichiro jumped out and sat on the floor. Don't believe everything he says, Ayam-chan. Naruto is also a fucking racist too. Oh, shut up and eat your food. You idiot, Naruto responded by putting the plate down. It's okay. Ayam-san, Naruto-kun just said something really sweet to me is all. Don't tell anyone that I cried or I'll burn this establishment to the ground. Ayam giggles. Oh, I know I heard it all. Hee hee. With that, the girl left the room to leave the two to their date as Kichiro just ate off the plate. Naruto and Sayori just kept talking about normal things, enjoying her date until two more people entered the stand. One was a male and had narrow brown eyes and a typical expression suggesting He is either bored or irritated. He has shoulder-length black hair tied in a spiky ponytail. He wore the standard Konohanin outfit, the only customizations being green-lined mesh armor on his wrists and ankles, and the plate of his forehead protector sewn into his left sleeve. He also wore studs in his ears. The other person was a female, and she has teal eyes and sandy blonde hair, which is gathered into 4 consecutive pigtails. She wore a short-sleeved, black kimono that reaches down to her legs, with slits along the side and a more revealing neckline. While she retains a red sash tied around her waist, she now sports fingerless black gloves and wears her Suna headband on her forehead. These two were Shikamaru Nara and Temari of the Sand. Kichiro saw the Sand Girl, and Sayori frown begin to grow as they spotted each other and sighed. "Oh God. It's going down, and it's better not to be here to tell Timber," he muttered. "Hey, I thought it was you, Naruto. So the rumors were true. You really are back in the village." Naruto smiled. "Hey Ashika. Of course I was back. I was back for about 3 weeks, you idiot. Where were you? I didn't see you at all. In fact, I didn't see anyone besides my team." The Nara sighed. "Well, I'm sorry. I would have came to see you as soon as I found out, but I was busy with the preparing for the Chunin exams with Temari." "You remember Temari, right?" Naruto rolled his eyes. Shikamaru loved playing him for an idiot. "Of course I remember her. We took the Chunin exams, and she almost gave a hand in destroying the village with her psychotic brother. How can I forget her?" The Sand Girl blushed a bit from embarrassment. I have changed since then, you know, Naruto-kun. You know that." He laughed. "Obviously, Temari. How have you been? Is Gaara okay?" "I've been great, Naruto-kun. I've made it to Jonin, though I have to work with this lazy ass all the time. Gaara, though, he's a bit busy nowadays since he's taken the role of Kazekage." "What? He's Kazekage now?" Naruto turned to Sayori, who nodded her head in confirmation. "Yeah, he was appointed a few months after you left, I think." Naruto smiled. It was good news to hear. "Well, that's good to hear. I heard that everyone is either Chunin or Jonin now, but to hear that he's a whole Kage, that's something else. I'm proud of him." "Really?" he said with a genuine smile. Shikamaru spoke next. "Well, we gotta go, Naruto. We gotta talk to the Hokage about the updates in the Chunin exams, but later. The rest of us rookies are hanging out at the barbecue joint around 8. You should come. Everyone wants to see you since you got back." "Later. Bye, Naruto-kun. Maybe sometime we can head back together and I can give you a tour around Suna. Would you like that?" Naruto smiled. "Yeah, that sounds, OW. You bite me." Kichiro unhinged his jaw from his ankle and growled at him. "To make sure you know yourself, you man slut. Keep it in your pants or I bite it off." Sayori clapped at Kichiro with a wink before she glared at Temari. "Bye, Temari." "See you, Sayori." The Sand Kunoichi parted ways, leaving the two back in the shack. "Wow, that was intense," Ayam said with a smile while the Uchiha and Kitsune just returned to their meal. Once they finished, Naruto paid for the meal while Kichiro resealed himself before they were off. They were walking to the Uchiha compound to drop Sayori home. During the walk in the Uchiha district, Sayori asked, "Are you gonna go?" Naruto shrugged his shoulders. "I mean, I suppose so. I was personally invited and I didn't say no outright, so I guess I'm going." "Are you? You are a rookie member after all. God, who called us this rookie 12 shit. It's getting old." Sayori chuckled. "For real. And maybe, I don't know. I don't want to be fighting for you all the time." "Then don't fight. You know I'm not going anywhere with any of those girls." "I'm with you, dumbass." Sayori rolled her eyes. "Wow, Naruto. Way to make me feel wanted, loved, and secured." Naruto smiled as he dropped her off by her steps as they made it to her house. "It's part of my charm, gorgeous." Sayori laughed before she looked up at his son. It was getting close to setting, so was probably around 6. Her mother was home sure, but father and brother were still doing clan duties and being in Umbu respectively. Which means, Sayori blushed as she looked at the ground, playing with the rock that was between her feet. "Well, see ya." Naruto began to walk away, but Sayori quickly grabbed his hand. She blushed even more now that she had initiated her plan. "Do you wanna, come in and wait with me? I mean, we can still hang out until it's time to head over. Kichiro inwardly smiled. It's time his friend finally punched in his V-card. I thought you said you weren't coming? A girl can change her mind on the fly, you know. She retorted with a huge blush. So are you coming? Naruto looked at the house and shrugged his shoulders. Sure. She smiled as she unlocked the door with her key and headed in with Naruto behind her, both taking off their sandals as they walked into the house. Ka-chan. I'm home. After that shout, they heard footsteps come from the farther parts of the house, getting closer to their location. Once it was near, Makoto popped out with a smile. Welcome home, Sayori-chan. How was your mission? Oh, hello, Naruto-kun. I see you're dropping off Sayori-chan again. Thank you so much. Don't mention it, Makoto-san. I was just doing my duty. Naruto sighed as Sayori grabbed his hand. Well, me and Naruto-kun are going out a little later to hang out with everyone, but we're gonna crash here in the meantime. Okay? We'll be in my room. Yeah, sure, I don't mind. Though don't do anything freaky. I'm still a little young for grandchildren. Plus, while I can handle your father, Itachi seeing Naruto in your room might spite some Genjusta nightmares, so be careful. Naruto gulped as Sayori pulled him along to her room. Naruto was honestly ready to just call it a night after he heard that. He definitely didn't want to be caught up in Itachi's mindfucking Genjustas. After contemplating his life, they finally reached her room. She pulled Naruto in the room before sliding the door closed. Naruto looked around the room, observing the style of Sayori's room since he has never been in there before. They say that if you want a good look at someone to see what type of person they are, one thing to check is their bedroom, and Sayori had showed him that she is at Sundra. That he could already guess over time they got to know each other over time. However, this room just confirmed it. Her room was a blue-colored room, but she had little stuffed animals around and on her bed. She also had pictures of her and her family plastered all over her walls. Her and Sasuke when they were just little kids, her and Itachi, her mother. Even a random rare auction item was found in her room that Naruto wouldn't believe it if the picture was anywhere else other than the same family house. A picture of Fugaku smiling with his family. It was weird. Needless to say, that despite her cold demeanor when they first met and her badass attitude, Sayori still valued these things in her life, and he was somewhat happy that she cherished family. So, don't just stand there, sit down and relax, she said with a little blush. Naruto blushed a little too, feeling a bit out of place. He's never been in a girl's room before besides his weird-ass sister when he was still living in that house all those years ago, and it was only a brief second to tell her get the fuck up because Kushina made breakfast. Now he was told to actually sit down in a girl's room and chill? Yeah. She totally wants your piece. Don't worry, Naruto. I won't watch. The fox said, but was peeking a little from the mind of the blonde. Naruto pointed to the bed, silently asking if that option was all right, to which she nodded. He sat down with his Haori on and Sayori frowned. She removed her sword from her side and walked to him on the bed. Take off your cloak, you idiot. Not on my bed. She grabbed his collar from the front as he sat down, though to do so, she had to sit on his lap to fully unhook the Haori from his shoulders. There, she said, but then she realized where she was and looked at Naruto in his blue alluring eyes with her onyx eyes. Her arms slowly traveled up his strong arms to rest comfortably on his shoulders, her forearms wrapped around his neck. His hands found their way around her waist, keeping her up on his lap as she leaned in slowly and planted a soft kiss on him before she pulled back and gazed at him. Naruto frowned before he pulled her in again, this time going for a deeper one. He licked her lips as an invitation for her tongue to intertwine with his, which she accepted, and the two had a tongue war with each other. Sayori got really handsy, as did Naruto, as they explored each other's bodies to create an even better feeling. She then began to push Naruto on the bed as she was on top of him as they made out. Naruto's hands went from her sides to her ass, gripping it with force. Sayori pulled back from the kiss to moan. MMMM. Naruto. Naruto heard that and he smiled. He was just flying on autopilot, going through the motions as he didn't know what the hell he was doing. Same could be said for the Uchiha, but they were just riding it out and feeling new things together. He began to attack her neck, sucking on it again like he did on the mission, causing her to moan a bit louder. Oh God, Naruto. She began kissing his cheeks, though trying something that she heard from Ino one time. She moved to Naruto's left ear and slightly licked it, causing Naruto to go through a wave of pleasure that surprised even him. His body shivered from it as he began to grip harder on her body, making Sayori smirk. Yep, she found Naruto's weak spot, his ears. She then also found another weakness of his as she licked him again. His whiskers are also sensitive too. He began clawing at her shirt to take it off, which made her smile as she moved to do it. She removed her blouse and black strap to then see her bra-covered breast, which were beautiful to him. Though at that very moment before anything could go further, the slide door to her room opened. Amato, I heard you were back. How was your mustache? Itachi paused as he saw his sister practically topless on Naruto's lap. Both looked back at the elder Uchiha brother in shock and embarrassed, while a hint of fear for the Kitsune's part. No one said a word for a while as Naruto suddenly pushed Sayori off him, grabbed his Hayori and jumped out the window before Itachi could snatch him. Naruto, you were trying to deflower my sister, he shouted into the night as the Kitsune boy ran as fast as he could from the Uchiha district. Itachi wouldn't kill him on a public street, right? Shursui was on top of the roof watching from the distance as the Namikaze boy ran from the Itachi's house while said man was going ballistic in the house, while the little sister was holding him back long enough for THR Blonde to escape, making the man laugh. Itachi was pouting off crap like, you can't have sex until he marries you, and even then he still has to ask for my permission to do it on your honeymoon. Itachi was seriously way too protective of his sister. At around 8 o'clock, Naruto was seen sitting at a booth at the barbecue restaurant alone, wondering if he left the establishment. Was Itachi waiting outside for him to mind rape him? Or just regular rape him? Did he team up with Anko? Surely his sensei wouldn't do that since she was rooting for the two do it since they got assigned to the same team, but you never know with Anko. She might just do it for fun or just to teach him a valuable lesson, so the punishment was snakes. Anko and Itachi were scary individuals, but when they teamed up for torture, God, just kill him already. Well, now you know rule number 4 for horny teenagers trying to bone. Always keep your door locked. Or is that for masturbation rules? Chum. The rule applies for both parties, I guess. Naruto slammed his head on the counter a few times before he felt a hand on his shoulder. He turned around to see a creepy old man looking down on him with shades and an olive green coat with a hoodie over his head. Naruto jumped back from the nasty aura on the dude, guards up ready to fight since he half expected it to be Itachi, but before he got a closer look, he made him out. Shino? Naruto, did you have to guess it was really me? I mean, we've been friends since academy days. Well, sorry that you look the Grim Reaper student in training, but you have your whole face covered up like a creep. Sorry. Shino sat in front of him while they waited in a silence. Soon, it was destroyed by the sound of a bark came as a large white dog came in with a human on it. He was a feral-looking boy in a black leather jacket. Well, look who it is. Naruto, how you been, man? Naruto sighed. Kiba was always so loud. Hey Kiba-san, I've been well. But more importantly, what hell is Akamaru? Akamaru looked like Wolf. He was at least up to Naruto's hip. Oh, this? Well, I barely even notice it sometimes because I've been with him every single day. So I guess he has grown if everyone says the same thing. Yeah, clearly. Hey, where's your fox? Let's see who grew bigger. Oh, trust me, he doesn't even want to know how big I can be. I'm so big. Akamaru's own mother is hitting up my line to be my mate. The bitch. Whoa-aha. Naruto thought in his head before he turned to Kiba. He's sleeping, so I best not wake him up. Kiba nodded his head in understanding as he sat on Shino's left. Soon, a flash of green jumped right into the restaurant. He wore a green bodysuit, his red headband on his waist, and with Chunin vest on. YOSH. I've won the race here. 10-10. But don't fret. Once you train harder, I am sure you will reach my level of power. Rock Lee shouted as 10-10 barely made it to TH door. Lee, you're just too much to deal with, she said. 10-10 sports a long-sleeved, high-collared white blouse with maroon edges, black fingerless gloves, low-heeled sandals, and a black forehead protector. She wears maroon, puffy Hakama-styled pants with the exposed parts covered in bandages and the shuriken holster removed. "Hey, Naruto. Hey, Tenten. Where's Niji? I'm right here. I didn't want to be a part of their race, so I just simply walked," Niji said as he walked in with another Hyuga. Niji now wore a white kimono shirt with long, loose sleeves, matching pants, a navy gray apron tied around his waist, and black shinobi sandals. He stopped wearing the straps that framed his face, instead allowing his now longer hair to do that instead. The other Hyuga donned a loose-fitting, lavender and cream hooded jacket with lavender cuffs over mesh armor. She also wears navy blue pants, black, low-heeled sandals, and changes the cloth of her forehead protector from blue to black. Hello? Naruto-kun. WW welcome back. Naruto noticed Hinata finally and waved lightly at her, remembering Yakumo's words about her feelings towards the blonde. "Hey Hinata." She moved to sit beside Naruto, finally working up the courage to after preparing herself in the mirror to finally express how she feels about him. She has no choice now, it's do or die since he and the Uchiha slut are so close now. Sayori doesn't understand Naruto the way she does. She has been a loser all her life, just like him. Together, they can pick each other up, fall in love, get married and have kids. It was their destiny. Though in reality, destiny wasn't so kind to her. Just as she pulled out the chair to sit on Naruto's right, Sayori popped into the seat, using her body flicker. "Thanks for holding out my seat for me, Hinata-san. You really are kind-hearted." Yakumo, too, popped in and took the left seat to Naruto as she smiled at Hinata, though the Hyuga princess couldn't hope to smile back, so she had no choice but to sit next to Shino, though her seat was right in front of the trio so she can still get to at least talk with Naruto. Shikamaru filed in with Choji and Temari, the girl glaring at Sayori and Hinata as they all had a bit of a contest tonight, but Naruto held the Uchiha's knee, a soft signal to let her know to stop worrying, which she blushed to making Yakumo smile at how cute they were. "Yo, Naruto. What's up, buddy? I missed ya," Choji said as he grabbed the poor Kitsune by his neck and hugged the crap out of him. Choji sports a red suit with plated armor on his torso, arms, and upper legs, having the same kanji for food on the front. He switches to a standard red forehead protector and has studs earrings. Naruto smiled. "Choji, you haven't changed one bit. You're still a bear hugger." The plumpish boy just laughed. Soon after that, the only people left were the people that Naruto didn't really like. Ino, Sakura, and Naruko all came in at the same time. "Oh, Naru and hey," Naruko said while Naruto rolled his eyes. "Fuck me." "Okay," both Hinata and Naruko said, though everyone but Naruto didn't hear it. The Kitsune boy just pushed his seat closer to the Uchiha, who was confused as to why he was moving closer though she wasn't complaining. Sakura groaned. "Oh great, Naruto Baka is here. I thought you said he wasn't gonna be here, Ino pig." "Sakura, it's Naruto's welcome back dinner. Of course Naruto would be here," the blonde girl said. Sakura frowned before she glared at Naruto. She didn't like him. He's the reason why Sasuke and Menma both left her, and he didn't even have the strength to get them back. He was weak in her eyes, weak compared to both Sasuke and Menma. He was a joke, but she'd stay and welcome him back considering there was going to be food and she already came. Ino made her way to the table and sat down. "Welcome back, Naruto. You look great." Naruto smiled. She changed for the better. "Thanks, Ino-san. The rumors I heard about you, I can say you've finally taken your training seriously. I'm proud of you." The Yamanaka blushed a bit at the praise as she just looked away. Kichiro and most of the girls present sighed. Ah crap. He just had to be his charming and caring self. Now Ino caught the bait. The group began to laugh and talk with one another as they finally began to catch up with Naruto, who were eager to hear about his training trip, which he wasn't afraid to reveal, though Sakura didn't believe a word of it. Naruko couldn't believe her ears. Her brother was so strong now. It just made her body feel all warm at the thought of her being cared for by her big, strong brother. That was what transpired for the small reunion of the rookies. Elsewhere, a snake man was cackling as he read the bingo book brought to him by his faithful servant. So Naruto-kun has grown to be quite strong HM. Seems so, rumor has it, He was the one who basically stopped the invasion of the Rikoka village. Him and his team, of course. The snake-like man turned to him. And the female Uchiha, Kabuto? What about her? Her eyes are sharp and true, Lord Orochimaru. I've never seen anything like it before. Not even Itachi's or Sasuke's could hope to match its potential. Yes, that's good. Her eyes will be the one I take once I awaken Sasuke's Mangekyo Sharingan. Speaking of summon those two, I'd like to hear what they have to say about this development. Kabuto nodded his head as he snapped his fingers to have a slave summon the two. After about 30 minutes of waiting, both teens walk in the room, both a bit roughed up from the training they did today. One has black eyes and spiky black hair with a blue tint, which was in shape of a duck style. He wore dark blue pants, over which hangs a blue cloth that covers him from his stomach to his knees, which he secures with a purple rope belt, as is common to Orochimaru and his followers. He initially complements this with a white long-sleeved shirt kept open at the torso and black arm guards that cover his forearms. The other one was a little different though. He had black hair with red tops with 2 whisker marks on each side of his cheeks. He wore dark blue robe with gray lining and a fur collar. He didn't have a shirt underneath, showing his bare chest while he had on his robe open. He wore fingerless opera-length black gloves with the same styled boots too with baggy black pants. These two were Sasuke Uchiha and Menma Namikaze. Were you two going at it again? Orochimaru said. H.N. The loser couldn't beat me as I said he couldn't, Sasuke gloated. In your dreams, I was just getting warmed up. You idiot. Me and Kuro were just about to unleash my awesome power. Your awesome power? Hell yeah. So what is it that you want, Orochimaru? Come on. I don't have all day. I want to train a bit more before I go take a nap. Sasuke-kun. I told you. Watch your tone with Lord Orochimaru dash. Shut up. For eyes. Cock sleeves like you should stay outta grown folks conversations Menma started, which got Kabuto heated. WW what? But I dash. Kabuto, enough now. Sasuke-kun, Menma-kun, you both have grown exponentially under our care. I can safely say that soon, you'll challenge and beat everyone along your path to glory. Sasuke scoffed as he knew that already while Menma smirked, knowing exactly who he's killing when he's done. Seeing the excited look on Menma's face, he opened the book to where Naruto's name was. So as reward, I give you this tool to study up on your opponents. Sasuke took the book, but when he read it, he glared at it. Impossible. He can't be that strong. What are you talking about? Let me see. He snatched the book from the Uchiha, who was pissed, and when he read it, he stopped. Naruto Kitsune. The golden fox of Konoha? What? He's Kage level? Bullshit. Just 3 years ago I was beating his ass. What the hell is this? It's fake. Kabuto smirked, seeing their shocked faces. I'm afraid not, it's legit. Rumors spread and he's now in Bingo book as a flea on sight while you two are just a lowly A-rank bounty. Both Sasuke and Menma frowned as they stomped out the room in anger, both going in opposite directions to head to their separate training grounds, escaping the sounds of Orochimaru's sinister laughter. That dope. I've acquired the strength to beat everyone who gets in my way. If he's that strong, how strong are you, Sayori? No matter, I'll crush you all. Menma, meanwhile, stopped in the middle of the hall and growled. He charged up a Rasengan and slammed it into the wall in rage. Aergurk. Once he did, it created a giant hole in the wall. Kuro, the black nine tails from in the seal, opened his eye and spoke back. When we get out of here, we're gonna kill Naruto, you hear? Crush him with everything we have. Oh, of course. I have a score to settle with that whack-ass Nine Tails too. We'll clobber them. With a picture of Naruto in mind, Menma glared. I'll fucking kill you, Naruto. Your newfound strength is nothing compared to mine.